Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the first snap, here's Mayfield. Throw left side. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams sprint plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Got his man, it's Carr for a Steelers touchdown. Alberto, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
To throw, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Browns at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
This defense for the Steelers, they certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Mayfield down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over on the bounds. 66 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
It goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders for 13 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where they set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The perennial programmer, Aaron Donald, gets the sack. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The 71 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Mayfield to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dawson Knox, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Timber. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Hands it in the pocket, trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Following the interception, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get got 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw it out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, Charles, after the first quarter, it was just complete disaster for them. Everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter 2.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 24, Carr. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr now on 1st down. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Carr going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Again, it's Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 13 yards out. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Inside the 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow. And he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. McCann's kick up and good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Browns take over first and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. To throw, Mayfield. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
From the 44, Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, 734.
Now a play fake. Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
637.
To throw his Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll run. It's Sanders. 120 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play fake. Mayfield. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
They go back to the ground with Sanders to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Mayfield working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. McCann's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
To throw again on second down. Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. That's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Look like the angles of the tackles came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. They were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jonathan Abram picks it.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Oh, the jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, nice move. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Another run with Sanders. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. McCann's kick up and good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Here's Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,